y'all, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Melissa the Divine, and today's video is going to be about how to slow down in a busy world. Whatever it is that makes you feel like nurtured and soft and like in self-care mode, doing more and more of that. How to embody some of that slowness and that peace that I think we all deep down crave, but in our worlds where, you know, there's so much going on and it's super busy, like how you can actually apply these things in a world that is just so chaotic. How can you actually find peace and slowness and groundedness? My first tip on how to slow down in a busy world is to meditate. And you've probably heard about meditation from so many different places, social media. Like, meditation is something I genuinely stand by, because when you have that time to just sit with yourself, with your thoughts and your feelings, you just realize a lot. You'll realize how your mind is thinking. You'll realize if you have a lot of negative thoughts, or if your thoughts are positive and good and encouraging. And you'll realize some thoughts you might have buried. You'll be able to come up with so many different ideas. It's just really a way to like not be distracted by everything that's going on. Really think about all the distractions into your day. Let's say for one, your phone, that's a distraction. Watching TV, that's a distraction. Like, there's so many little things that we do that distract us from what's really going on, that we don't even pay attention to it. And when you meditate, that's a time when you're not doing anything else but existing. And like, I feel like that's the basis of living a soft life, or living a life where you actually feel peace and slowness. Meditation is the embodiment of that slowness and that peace, because you're really taking that time and carving that time out for you, where you are just existing. It's literally just live. Like, just sit there, take some deep breaths, think about something, feel your feelings, whatever it is. And there's so many different meditations that you can do online. If you've never done it before, I highly recommend a guided one. Just look up guided meditation and think about anything in your life. Like, if you're really anxious right now, look up guided meditation for anxiety. If you have a lot of pent-up anger, look up guided meditation for anger. Think about a guided meditation that would apply to you and however you're feeling right now, and try those out. And I'm telling you, like, that's the best place to start. Even though I know the powers of meditation, even I fall off sometimes. And I think it's just a self-sabotage, because I know how good meditation is for me, but there's a part of me that's like, no, we don't need to do that. Like, my ego's like, no, we got this, you know? Why meditate? What's that for? Like, let's just get to the bag. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. And the more I realize, me living so fast and being on go, sometimes half the time I'm not really doing anything. I just end up being busy doing dumb shit. But when I meditate, I really can sit there and like come up with plans for myself, think deeply about, you know, my life, how I'm feeling, what's going on with me. My next tip on how to slow down in a busy world is to have a morning and a night routine. And this is something I stand by so much. I have a morning routine that I do basically every morning, and I have a night routine I'm trying to incorporate more and more. I need to get better at it, but I really have seen the wonders of doing a morning and a night routine, because it's time that you carve out just to do like specific things that are good for you and that like replenish you and make you feel good and like allow you to find peace. So do a morning routine. I have a morning routine on my channel, and I'm gonna film another one pretty soon actually, because my morning routine has kind of changed a little bit. But a morning routine is just, you know, you can make breakfast, you can work out, you can do yoga, you can meditate, you can journal, you can do whatever it is that like allows you to find that stillness and that peace, and you're just carving out a time to do it. So I'll link my morning routine somewhere on the screen right now, and you guys can go ahead and check that out. And I just break down, you know, the different steps that I go through, and mine's super extensive, so I highly recommend watching it just so you pick up something, like pick up one thing or another thing from it. I give you a bunch of different ideas of things you can do and things that I do, so definitely I highly recommend you guys check out that video. But think of things you like to do, make a cup of coffee, whatever it is in your morning that makes you just feel good and ready to go about the day. Put that in your morning routine, set off that time, and make sure you're just doing that, and like you're not on your phone and doing other stuff. And a night routine, I'm establishing my night routine, and I'm gonna film a video on that pretty soon. But a night routine is a time where, again, you find that time to do your skincare, make a cup of tea, put on a candle, you know, like set the vibe for yourself so that you go to sleep in a good mood, and then you wake up and then you do your morning routine. It's like you're ending off your day and starting your day on such a good note that like the in-between is bound to be good. Reflect on the day that you had, and also set energy for the day you're about to have. So I highly recommend a morning routine and a night routine, and they really help you slow down. No matter how much time you have, even if you have like 30 minutes, like carve out that 30 minutes. Easy way to get, you know, going with your morning routine is to wake up a little bit earlier. That's my best advice. Just wake up earlier than normal and try to incorporate that morning routine however long you need it. Do it. I'm telling you, you won't regret it, I swear. These are things that really can make a difference in your day, and when I'm consistent with them, I can tell how like positive my day goes and how many things I find myself being grateful for. A great thing to do in your morning and night routine is to express gratitude. So like every morning, think of 3 things you're grateful for, and then like at the end of the day, think of like 5 things you're grateful for, and they can be small, but just incorporating that gratitude, I would recommend that for both your morning and your night routine is really helpful to just allow you to see the things that are going good in your life, the things you do have to be happy and grateful for. So yeah, that's my best advice. My 3rd tip on how to slow down in a busy world is to shut off your phone. And this can be really, really difficult, especially for me. I'm like taking social media really seriously right now. I have to be on my phone a lot, but I realize I don't have to like be consuming social media all the time just to be creating it, you know what I mean? So you don't have to technically shut off your phone, but like find ways to limit your phone and like limit how much time you spend on it, limit like how much time you spend on social media. So a new thing I'm doing is like in the morning I won't let myself get on social media until I've done my morning routine. So then once I do my morning routine, I'll let myself get on there and I'll like engage, you know, like reply to comments, do stuff, do my little scroll, show some love to people, and then I'm only gonna be on there for a certain amount of time. Once I get off Instagram in that morning time, I'm not gonna get back on Instagram until the very end of the day. So like 10 p.m. I'm not getting on Instagram till after 10 p.m. That way I have literally from like, let's say like 11 a.m. to like 10 p.m. where I'm just not even on Instagram, I'm not even on social media. It makes me come up with things I have to do in my day. Like if I'm not spending 3 hours on Instagram, think about what I'm doing with those 3 hours and the different things I can come up with. Like it gives you so much time to just do you. Once again, slow down, find those things that you do love and you do enjoy doing and that do make you feel good. I just started using the thing where you have restrictions on your apps. I forget what it's called, but like downtime, I think is what it's called. So like from like noon to 10 p.m. I shut off Instagram, I shut off Snapchat, I shut off, you know, all my social medias, and the only things I have are important things like, you know, emails and texts and calls and, you know, maybe other creative apps I might be using instead besides those. I'll keep those unlocked. You don't have to technically shut your phone all the way off, but make little restrictions and limitations for like how much access you have to social media and those things that can sometimes be overwhelming and triggering and just a lot. Like even you don't even have to lie and say social media has never triggered you. Constantly dealing with different things you just can't control, that's a lot on your brain. And like I'm telling you, when you carve out time when you're not doing that, you start to realize how much time you have for the other things in your life. My 4th tip for how to slow down in a busy world is to make time for rest. Actually set aside time. Another thing that I started recently is called time blocking, and someone actually told me about this. So you essentially just set out these time blocks and you decide what you're doing in between these time blocks and during these times. So you could do every 4 hours, every 5 hours, every 6 hours, but like you'll set out blocks in your day and say, okay, during this time block from like 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. this is what I'm gonna be doing. So try to set out time in your day. If you're someone who plans out your days like this, plan rest in your days. If you're someone who plans a bunch of things in your day, try to plan rest in there. Plan moments where you're just not doing anything and you're actually resting and relaxing. And this will help you incorporate more relaxation into your life. Find different times that work for you. I know we all have different schedules, so I can't really tell you how to do this one. But if you're someone who plans out your day, no matter how in detail or how broad, make sure you plan time in there where you're also gonna rest. Don't just plan task, plan rest time in there as well, and you'll start to see how important rest is and how helpful it can actually be for you. And my last tip for how to slow down in a busy world is to go out into nature. This is like my favorite one ever. Going out in nature is just the most grounding and like peaceful thing for me. And at first I was scared. Like I live in Michigan, so I have a bunch of trails and stuff around me, and I'll go on walks and stuff. But sometimes I'd be scared because I don't know about y'all, but I grew up with First 48 and all the crime shows playing in the background of my childhood. Like my mom was always so paranoid and telling me, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, I can't have you out here getting kidnapped. And like that stuff stuck with me. If I'm in the trails walking by myself, best believe I'm looking over my shoulder every single time. But only recently did I come to like calm down and relax. I don't go too deep into the woods, and I'll make sure I'm in a public area where, you know, someone would be there if anything were to go down. I used to be really scared and anxious and paranoid, and it took me until recently where like, okay, if I know I'm in the right trail where nothing's happened, there's nothing crazy going down here, I can walk by myself and I'm good, I'm safe. So going out in nature really just allows you to like be amongst something that is natural, right? Like we're always on our phones or watching TV or doing things that are just not necessarily natural a lot of the times. When nature, this right here, this is where we're from, you know what I mean? Like, this is our earth. We need to explore it. You need to live it. You need to allow yourself to get out the house and see what's surrounding you. See the trail that's right down the street. Explore your surroundings. And this is just so grounding and peaceful because you're able to do something that doesn't have to do with technology or doesn't have to do with anything triggering. Go outside, get a picnic blanket with your friends or something. Just go sit out under a tree, be out in nature sometimes, because it is so healing, I'm telling you. And it's a great way to slow down in this busy world where we're always on go, we're driving somewhere, and you know, or we're sitting in the house. And get out in nature, go on a walk, go on a hike, just like feel the earth, feel the presence of just being around beauty and, you know, nature. And I'm telling you, this is an amazing way to slow down and just get out of the matrix. You know what I mean? It's a great way to just get out of the matrix for a second and just feel the vibes of the universe and the energies and the frequencies. Those are my tips on how to slow down in a busy world. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel, and comment down below some ways that you slow down in this busy, chaotic, crazy world. You can help me out and you can help someone else out, and yeah, let's keep the conversation going. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.